Here at the Living Farm, we produce farmers, and our goal is to help the younger generation learn how to farm in a safe environment, without, bankruptcy and all the things that plague a new farmer. So they come here, they stay and they work with us for 3 years. We work with the plants, the animals, and then we work really hard on the business plans and the business skills, so that when they go out in the world in 3 years, they have a really good chance of succeeding. And then we also mentor them for the rest of their lives on their farms, so whenever they need us, we're here. The school all began when I leased out the greenhouses to another family for a year. And they were very good gardeners, but they had no business skills. And I watched them take a very successful business and run it into the ground in 3 months, and they handed it back to me. And at that point it dawned on me, oh, new farmers, they may have the growing skills, but they've got to have the business set that goes along with it. And that was really the spark that ignited the whole school. I get to relive, the first carrot pulled every day, and it's just so neat to see the world through their eyes. And they want to be here, and they want to see it, and they want to do this. And we're building independent thinking people. There's only like 1% of us that actually farm anymore, and there's only 500,000 organic farmers. If we went to a fossil fuel-free society and we had to feed our families from sustainable farms, we need 30 million farmers to do that. And so at 500,000, I see that we have a big gap, and my job is to start filling that gap. And my students' jobs is to train others too, so that it passes on. We can't feed our nation, and a nation that can't feed itself is super vulnerable. So we're putting ourselves in a bad position by not being able to feed ourselves. Awesome. There's the political, that's it. That's all I have on political. I think it's really important for our earth that we don't waste our resources. And if I can heat a building with solar or the warmth of the earth, why should I be burning propane? And I think as there's more people on the planet and as resources tend to get a little more scarce, the expense is going to be really high. So my goal for the Living Farm is to eventually take the entire operation off the grid. And so we're looking at alternative heat sources for our greenhouses, because we do need heat in the wintertime. So we have the solar greenhouse, we have a pit greenhouse, we have a geothermal greenhouse, and then we have one that uses in-floor hot water. We want to be able to create our own fuel. We're looking at some ethanol production somewhere down the road. And the neat thing about the ethanol from the fruit is that we will then still be able to feed the pulp that comes out of that back to the animals. So we get a full loop with that. We get energy and food. We are promoting the idea of eating locally with a movie that we made. We have a 90-minute movie. It's called Locavore, and it's about the positive aspects of eating local. And if you're interested in the movie, you can see our trailer. It's on locavoremovie.com, and all the proceeds from the movie are going to support our farm school.
Perfect.
That was my son. He went to School of Mines, and he's like, "Mom, they're making us into corporate drones." I'm like, yeah. He's like, I hate it. He wanted to come back to the farm.
Lynn.
It's the pan down thing that throws me every time.
Okay.